What is culture and what is heritage? Culture is the complete way of life of a people, be their religion, their food, their drinks. And heritage is really what we have inherited from the past. So we can have modern culture, contemporary culture, and, culture is dynamic. But what do we do as a people when we try to remember what has come with us from the past that is also supposed to influence our current culture? That is where the heritage celebration comes in. And that's where we're having the Benue Heritage Festival. And it's going to be an interesting conversation because in here, I've got two people from the Benue Heritage Festival, the organizers of the Benue Heritage Festival. They are in here on AkweyaTv, the #1 in history, culture, arts, and development. Please join me in welcoming Linda Dirisu. You're most welcome.
Thank you so much for having me here.
And we have in the studio, John Elijah. You're most welcome.
Thank you, sir.
So let me start straight with you because this conversation, I'm itching to know a lot more. Why do we have a Benue Heritage Festival? What came to your mind?
Okay. Over the years, while coming up, I felt the need for us to talk more about our culture, talk more about our heritage, where we're coming from. And then while growing up and meeting people, you get Benue State is it's a state full of so much that people outside need to know about. Okay. And then when I get to talk with people and I say I'm from Benue State, they're inquisitive. They want to know more about it. They ask a lot of questions. And in order to achieve that, being an event person, I felt, why don't we come up with an event which is outside Benue State, bring it in to Abuja and let the people know about our culture and heritage.
Oh. Okay, you've been into events already?
Yes, I'm an event planner.
Okay.
I'm an event planner. So I do events and I also do my own personal events. I plan outside events and I also create my own events as well. Yes.
That's it. Downtown events, right?
Downtown events. Okay. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
And John, how has this been? How did you get into the Benue Heritage Festival?
Okay, a brother from Benue pulled me over when he was brought into the team, and he was like, okay, we need people that would be able to drive this. So having known my history with Benue, I spent 26 years of my life in Benue, and I think I've been around virtually the whole of Benue.
So you're not from Benue?
Not exactly from Benue, but I was born in Benue. Okay. I spent 26 years of my life in Benue. Then being a photographer, I'd done a lot of documentaries and stuff back there in Benue. I think there's this book that's used as a lecture material in BSU right now. I was part of the team that did that whole stuff. So I had the opportunity to travel around virtually the whole Benue that time, interacted with people, got to know different culture and places in Benue and all too. So he was like, I think this guy knows so much about my place. I think we should bring him on. And aside that, I'm still in touch with Benue. My parents are still in Benue till date. So there's virtually no 2-3 months I don't get to go down to Benue. I am abreast with everything that's happening in Benue. Like daily, I get news from there, all virtual, my childhood friends and all. I schooled in Benue, primary, secondary school, all in Benue State. And so he felt like this is the right person for. So
you're from Benue, actually.
Yes.
What states were your parents from, or are your parents?
Cross River.
Cross River.
From Yala. Then my village actually shares boundary with Benue State from 2 different angles. They share boundary with the Igede people and then the Tiv people. Just a forest demarcates my place from Benue.
Whoa.
So you can actually walk from my place to Benue State.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you speak Idoma in a sense?
Yeah.
Because
I speak Idoma a little, Igede a little. My grandma is Igede. Then I speak Tiv very well.
Wow. 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 So,
Susa.
Okay. So how will this happen? The Benue Heritage Festival. You know, you say it's in December, right?
Yes, it's in December.
Yeah.
First of all, let me go through what the Benue Heritage Festival is. The Benue Heritage Festival is going to project the image of Benue State, you know, to the world. It's like bringing Benue from home to Abuja, you know, to a bigger audience, you know, let people know about us. So it's an event that is going to promote Benue State, you know, as a whole. Now, the Benue Heritage Festival, what we want to achieve with it is for people to know about us, our way of life. Let people know that the Benue people are really, Benue State is really the food basket of the nation. People just get to hear, oh, food basket of the nation, Benue State. But they find it difficult to, not everybody goes to Benue to confirm that. So now we want to make them know that we are actually the food basket of the nation. The Benue Heritage Festival will, activities that will happen will be exhibitions majorly. So 2 days exhibition, food, cooked food, all the Benue delicacies, the Idoma, Tiv, Jukun, and every other tribe will have in Benue State. On that day, they will all be exhibiting their food. And then clothing, how we're dressed in Benue, will be exhibiting our kind of wares, you know, that we wear. Then paintings, dance, cultural troops. So we want our friends, the friends of Benue, to come and see and celebrate with us. Merry, you know, we have a lot of people, tons of people who love Benue people.
Yes.
You know, I always get to hear, I didn't grow up in Benue. I was born and brought up in Kaduna. But anytime I have interactions with people, they get to tell me, oh, Benue people are very lovely people. Benue people are warm people. I have a best friend from Benue. You always see someone who has something good and nice to say about a Benue person, but not all of them have the opportunity to follow us down home. So that's the idea. I've also had people say, oh, Linda, why are you doing the Benue Heritage Festival in Abuja? I want to promote Benue State in the eye of the world. I want the world to know about Benue State. I want the world to know about our rich natural mineral resources. We are good in agriculture. Let it not just remain in Benue. Let people outside know that, oh, Benue produce good oranges, and you can go to Benue State and have a factory, you know, where you can produce orange, natural orange, not the ones with chemicals. You know, I want to let the world know that you can go to Benue and have a factory where you can do, we produce yam, you know, where you can have poundo yam factory in Benue. That way you're creating job opportunities for Benue Indigenes. Also, these farmers, you're also not leaving them at the local level that they are. You know, it will give them more worth for whatever, for the farm they go to. You know, it will give them more value, you know, for that farming. You know, let them not just go to farm and nobody is there to patronize them, okay, and they just suffer. Their kids are there. They can, you know, when they have people come into Benue State and invest in what they do, they will even their living states will be more, you know, it will be enhanced, you know, and they will have a better living. So that's the aim of this event, you know, just to project Benue in a better and a good mood to the world.
Okay. So are well-meaning people of Benue supporting this?
Well, we are trying as Benue people, and to encourage our own. Yes, they are. Even the Benue State government has keyed into this, you know, great idea, and they are trying to all their best to support, you know, to the greater level at which they can, so it's good when you embark on projects like this and you have the backing of the state and also of the citizens from Benue State. It shows that we are going somewhere, and initiatives like this will come up to better the states, because when we come up with ideas and those ideas are being supported, of course, it encourages us to do more, so the whole aim is to project Benue in a very good note to the world out there. Yes.
Yeah. So, John, as someone who they will call a non-Benue, even though you've 26 years of your life, that's not small. How do you feel about this as a whole? Is it, you've been looking at Benue. Do you feel Benue is getting more integrated by this kind of activities?
Exactly, yes. The thing is, when I got on in this project, I was actually very happy at first. I was like, wow, this is like taking me back to my roots and all that. And I was so interested. I was actually passionate about it because I kind of have this thing for Benue. Like, I'm so happy anytime you mention Benue. It doesn't matter the stories and everything, but I just have this nostalgia that this is where I was born, this is where I grew up, and I still have people here. This is where I go to every now and then. Recently, Benue has actually trended in the news for very bad news. Yeah. And it actually pains me each time I see the news and I'm like, this place I grew up in, why is all this happening here? So I saw it like, okay, this is my way of trying, this should be my way of trying to give back now, to let the world know that, no, Benue is actually not as bad as you think it is. Like I said earlier, I go to Benue at least every 2-3 months. Wow. Go to see my mom, go to see my other siblings that are there. Then once in a while, I still get business calls from there. Come do this, come do this. There are times I leave Benue, I leave Makurdi like 9 p.m. to return back to Abuja. Yeah, I do that. Sometimes I could leave Makurdi. I know there was this day I was on the road like 2 a.m. Makurdi headed to Abuja, and then we had a robbery incident on the way. But it doesn't stop me from going to Benue all the same. Because I know it's not just about these bad things. There are still very good things in Benue that I can still find in Benue. And there are things I would also want other people who really haven't been to Benue to also go down to Benue and see. So this is actually a platform that would really integrate Benue. Even the people that are already in Benue, the non-indigenous that are already there, who still have this kind of bad notion about Benue, I'm sure this whole project will bring a better light about Benue. And then there are a lot of Benue sons who have been out of Benue for very long. I know quite a good number of them. There was this one I spoke with recently, said he hasn't been home for like 5 years. I know a lot has changed. This 5 years he hasn't been home. Someone like that needs to go back home and see what's happening right now. The Benue you knew 5-10 years ago is not the Benue we have right now. So there's a lot that needs to be done. So I think it's going to bring a whole lot. It's going to make a whole lot of people be more interested in going back home to invest back in their place. It's going to bring even outsiders to make them know that no, it's not just about battles. It's not just about crisis. There are still people living in Benue who still survive, who still do very well. Yeah. You hear of economic downturn in Benue, but there are still people, I can tell you categorically that there are people making millions daily in Benue. I know a lot of them. I can call names for you. No. I wouldn't call, but I can call if you want me to. Making millions daily in Benue, but you still hear there's no money in Benue, there's poverty, salaries are not paid, but there are still people in the private sector making millions in Benue.
There's an upsurge of these festivals, different festivals now. In Igede land, in Idoma land, in the Tiv land, Kieshashwa, different festivals. And then here is the Benue Heritage Festival. Is there a resurgence in terms of understanding that we shouldn't focus so much on politics and government, organized government, and that if we can rely on our indigenous cultures and heritage, that we'll find see the light? I don't. It seems there's an upsurge. Do you agree with that?
Oh yes, there are a lot of festivals coming that happened recently that coming up even right now as we're planning the Benue Heritage Festival. There are other ones coming up, a lot of them in December. Now, what I realize is that over the years we have concentrated or taking our attention from culture, which is what we drive on, and we have placed it in so many things, politics and all of that. Yeah, politics is good because that's the way the state can be run, but also we need to remember our culture. And it's like culture is gradually going into extinction. Let me use that word. So and I discover people coming up now to put up in initiatives like this are young people.
Yeah.
So it's a good move, that okay, we are making deliberate efforts, to bring back our culture. We are becoming very aware that we need to do something, to bring back our culture. Like while we're growing up, we will have we'll have the school take us on some courses. Either I grew up in the north, they'll make you take a Hausa, subject, or Igbo or Yoruba. Those are the three major. And I think in Benue, they were doing maybe Tiv or Idoma, as the case may be. But all of a sudden, it wasn't happening anymore. And gradually, before you know, it went off people's mind that, you should even take a course in school. It's called culture. Now, with initiatives like this, people will become more aware. People will become more involved, in their roots, going back to their roots. Another reason why, for us personally, for Benue Heritage Festival, just like how he said, a lot of people haven't gone home in a very long time. Most times we're in the city, we are overwhelmed with work. We just go out, come back, we're tired. And it's just like a routine. We hardly have time to travel back home. Now it's like we bring in the culture to you now. Just come those 2 days, just come and have a feel and refresh yourself, your memory of where you're coming from. It's exciting. It's exciting for everybody. Also we as parents these days, we're growing up, our kids are also growing up. We intermarry a lot, and we have these kids grow up. Someone I might be from Idoma, husband is Edo, and the child is in between, doesn't know this is the food they eat in mommy's place, this is the food they eat in daddy's place, or they don't even know to say good morning is Machi in Idoma, or Anyowa, welcome, they don't know. Those days when we have visitors, and my mom, our parents now, they'll tell you something in our local dialect, and you quickly get it without the visitor knowing. These days you do signal. So even if they don't, we're not going to teach them how to speak their local dialects while the festival is going on. Let them come and just have that exciting feel of, this is where daddy is from. This is the attire. This is the local dialect where daddy is from. This is the food people from daddy's place eat. Stuff like that. So it's a good thing that culture festivals like this are coming back, to remind us of where we're coming from. And over the years we've been distracted quite a bit, and it's good we're coming back on track, and that's the way to go.
That's great. Okay, I'm going to come back to you. If you've been with us, I would like you to share this if you're watching on YouTube. This video is a very important one. Please share it. We're going to go on a break, and when I come back with my guests, I'm going to ask how you can participate in this Benue Heritage Festival. And one other thing, I want to ask Linda the surprises she's getting as a result of embarking on this project. Please stay tuned and share while you watch.
At AkweyaTv, we serve you with premium content on arts, culture, education, development, politics, entertainment, and lots more. Whichever perspective of our social lives as people may interest you, AkweyaTv has got you covered. You can view our programs daily on our social media handles at AkweyaTv, and don't forget on our YouTube that you will subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Thank you.
Thank you very much for staying tuned and sharing those videos. Share on Facebook, share with your friends all around. So you're welcome back. I said I'm going to ask, so how can someone participate in this? Is it free, first of all, to participate in it?
Yes, it's totally free. It's totally free. Yes, so free entry events.
Okay.
We want the whole public to come and see.
Is there any other catch when you enter for free?
Well, of course, when you enter for free, while you're there, we have exhibitions of all kinds.
Okay.
We have food. So you go to stand by stand, you taste food, you buy food and you taste it. You can decide to buy the attire.
Okay.
I was in, I traveled somewhere recently and I saw someone with the thief muffler, and it was exciting, you know. And when I asked, he said he's Igbo, you know. So it's an event for everybody. Actually, we want people who are not even aware of our culture to come and experience it. So be you Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Benue, everybody, anybody can come, you know. But when it's free. It's free. Anybody can participate. Then when you come in, you go around and just go through the exhibition stand. See something you like, you buy it. As a souvenir. You can also buy a gift to your Benue friends and all of that.
Oh, great. Yeah. You know there's Akweya color, right?
Yeah, I know.
You know. So it's also red, black, green, and white.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Red, black, green, and white.
Colorful.
Yeah. So maybe we're going to make them available.
That would be fine. That would be fine for everybody to come. And
on this journey, have you been getting any surprises since you started this? Have you been? Has there been something that you didn't expect that has happened?
Lots of surprises. Lots of surprises. It's also a learning process for me. You know. I have passion. I just have passion for Benue and how to see Benue grow, irrespective of whether I'm in government or not. It's my own little quota as a person, you know. And then while at it, my eyes are being open to a lot of things. I've had people come to my DMs and call me up and like, hey, Linda, this, you know, there are actually some tribes I didn't know exist in Benue, you know, and
like the Eza who are Igbo, but they are from Benue.
Yes. I met this lady that speaks Idoma. I was like, are you Idoma? She said no. Did you learn Idoma? She said no. I'm like, okay, so how did you come about speaking Idoma? And she said, I am Igbo, but we can speak Idoma. Like, how is that even possible? And she said, yes, there's a boundary, you know, close to, you know, Enugu now. Enugu is close to Benue. So there's this Idoma people who went to settle there and they started to intermarry and they have now coined out their own tribe. But when they speak, you can actually hear them. They hear Idoma. So they have this bit of Idoma in their tone. When they talk, you hear. You know, so it's exciting for me. You know, it's opening my eyes to a lot of things, to, you know, to the heritage, to where we're coming from, to our roots. You know, I am also learning, you know, on this part, you know, and I got this guy that private chatted me and like, hey, Linda, I want to share some stuff with you. I'm like, okay, go ahead. And he is Jukun. You know, before now, I would think the Jukun person is maybe an Idoma person, you know, and all of that. He told me, no, that Jukun have their own tribe. They have their own attire, beautiful attire. You know, they have their own food, you know, and he told me where they are all settled. They said they are fishermen, so mostly they settle around the riverine area, you know, like the Wadata, the North Bank area and all that. They have been settled. Like, wow. So it's intriguing, it's
Yeah.
interesting, it's exciting for me. It's an
Yeah.
exciting journey, and I've enjoyed every bit, every step on the journey. The major aim is to see this come to light, and then see it remain, you know, and see it change a lot of things, change a lot of perspective, you know, open people's eyes to a lot of things we have in Benue State.
Wow. And John, have you found anything new happening as a result of it?
Well, I really wouldn't say I found anything new per se, except the fact that you get to share the vision with some people who are very prominent Benue people for that matter. And it's like, wow, for the first time you get this wow acceptance, and you're like, oh, thank God they bought into the vision. Then the next time you're calling them up to say something about it again, they're like, maybe they don't take your calls, or they read your messages and don't even reply. And you're like, does it mean this is not worth it, or what exactly? So, and then you become kind of confused. Where did I get it wrong? Where did I go wrong?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of demoralizing anyway, but notwithstanding,
That's
pushing.
Yeah.
That's
Something that people don't see at the moment. There are lots of people that will be having a lackluster attitude towards it.
Yeah.
It's focus that keep you going.
Exactly.
So before we go, because our time is fast spent, what would you say is the number one thing that you say you want to achieve? Is it just to expose Benue, or is it to unite Benue? What would be that real singular thing that you want to see from this?
From the Idoma speaking part, they will say Oletoha Opiatoha. You know, if you understand Idoma, it means unity. It means coming together, uniting together as a state. I have come of age to realize that, you know, I know it's in every tribe, every ethnic group, every state, but we also need to make deliberate efforts, you know, in uniting ourselves. Things over the years, our ancestors have had their, while trying to create the state for us, they have their rift and all of that. I want this initiative to change those narratives. You know, let's love ourselves more. There's nothing too difficult about life. It's just the way you see it. If I see you, and you are an Igede person, and I see you outside Benue, you are my brother, you are my sister. I won't say, hey, because your ancestors stepped on my ancestors' toes. So we cannot relate. I will embrace you. If you're in trouble, I will run to you. I won't say, hey, because you're thief, and you have had the past, somebody has told me something about you, I shouldn't reach out. We should love ourselves. We should unite. I think with that way we'll achieve more. Keeping sentiments aside, you know, embracing each other as, you know, as one, that we have come together. We don't have any choice. We have to just live with it and love ourselves, you know. So what we're preaching is love, unity, you know, and togetherness. Yes.
Thank you so much. So it's 10th and 11th?
10th and 11th of December.
Are those weekdays or?
Yes, it's a Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
It's a Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
It's a 2 days festival.
Okay.
So we urge all Benue Indigenes to come out and just come and make the day, have fun, relax a bit. Sometimes we work too much and we don't have time. So, and also, I also want, you know, our own indigenous firms to key into stuffs like this, you know. Let's promote ourselves. You know,
with us,
partner, come up and, you know, support initiatives.
And
that's that's what AkweyaTv is doing, and we appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much for having us. Yes.
And thank you very much, those who have been watching. Please, if you haven't shared this video, please share with every lover of Benue and every Nigerian who should see this. 10th and 11th of December in Abuja, the Benue Heritage Festival
Pavilion,
is going to hold and it's promising to be a bumper one with dances, those exciting dances you see on AkweyaTv. You're going to have times 10. All right. Thank you so much for being with us for the past 30 minutes. Climb up on social media and then subscribe to us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/AkweyaTv. We're also at AkweyaTv on TikTok. It's our new channel. We also have AkweyaTv on LinkedIn. We have AkweyaTv on Twitter, Facebook, all at AkweyaTv. Search for us and connect with us. Thank you very much, and see you same time next week.